Hello beautiful people, you are welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you are welcome. Hope you all are doing good. In today's video, I'll be teaching you how to make the 6x6 closure braided wig. This is the 6x6 closure that I want to use. I've already ventilated it off camera. If you have interest in how to ventilate 6x6 closure and how to cut the net from scratch, you can check my page for it or click on the link on the description box down below to watch it. So I'm going to use Lush expression in 3 packs. I've already wore the dome mesh cap on the mannequin head, so the next thing to do is to place the closure on the mannequin head, then use pin to secure it. And this is how it looks like after the placement on the wig cap. So the next thing to do is to start sewing the closure from one side to another, and make sure when you are sewing it, you are not giving too much space so that it will not be lifting up. Then you are knotting it at least twice to secure it. I have to fast forward this part because I don't want this video to be unnecessarily long. And this is how it looks like when I'm done sewing it. You can see that the spacing is not too much. This is the hairstyle I'm recreating, so I continue by separating the baby hair from the main hair. Then I continue by sectioning the hair into 4 equal parts, making 8 in total. So I cut 2 of the braiding extension into 2 equal parts, then I cut the last one into 3 equal parts. After that, I continue by fishing out the attachments one after the other till I reach the last one. I've already braided one side of the closure off camera, so I'm going to explain how I make it using the other side. So I continue by dividing each line into 6 equal parts. So I'm trying to trace it out so that the lines can be equal. Since the hair is a knotless braid, so I'm going to start the braiding with the main hair. Then after that, I will start adding the braiding extension until I'm satisfied with the thickness of the braid. Lest I forget, I started the braiding with cut 2 so that it will be very long. So to control the length of the hair, I'm going to finish it up with cut 3. So that's how I continue the braiding until I reach the last hair on the closure net. When I'm done with the closure side, I place the tape on the back section. Then I measure 1 inch from the back section and use metallic pen to trace it out. And this is how it looks like when I'm done tracing it out. So the next thing to do is to use the braids to cover both sides and the back section of the closure. I've already covered one side of the closure and some part of back section off camera, so I'm going to show you how I did that right now. Pass your crochet pin through the net, bring out some hair out just like you are seeing right now. Make sure the hair is not too much so that you can come out with the crochet pin. After that, you will put some hair in between, then use the first one to tie it just like you are seeing. Then you start braiding it. Make sure the amount of hair you put in the middle is very big so that it can be able to cover that sewing part at the back. It will not be tiny just like the front section. It will be much bigger so that it can cover the back section very well. I'm going to leave you to watch how I'm doing this, then I'm going to explain the next step after this. After I'm done covering the sewing parts, then I moved to the back section and started braiding it. So I'm trying to show you here how I distributed it. Make sure the back section is not too full so that the whole wig will not be too heavy. So to distribute the back section very well, you are going to pass your crochet pin through that net and make sure it's in between the line. Like you can see that it's in between two braids so that it will cover the space at the back. When you reach this side of the back section, it's not necessary you tie it the way I showed you before. You can just pass your crochet pin through the net and bring out the hair you want to be working with. Then use the other braiding hair extension to start braiding it straight, just like I did right now. I prefer this method more than the thread method because this one is more secure. Using thread to sew your braids on the back section will make it weak later and it will be falling off before you know it. But with this one, it's very strong and secure. So you will continue distributing it just like I'm doing right now till you reach the last line. But when you reach the last line, you make sure it's very full, like the space you are giving is not too much, just like this line that I'm doing. So I've reached the last line at the back section. You can see that the spacing is not too much compared to the space I'll be giving before. So this is how it looks like when I'm done with the back section. You can see that that front section I've covered everything despite the fact that the back section is very scanty. So the next thing I did is by using cut 3 to join the tips of the hair because I don't want it to be too long. I want it to be a rhyme and I don't want the tips of the hair to be too tiny. So that's why I'm using cut 3 so that the tips of the hair can be a rhyme. So the next thing I did is by trimming the hair one after the other. I tried burning the hair but I don't like the outcome, so I have to continue trimming it one after the other. So you have to take your time while doing this. The next thing I did after trimming the hair is by cutting the excess wig cap under the lace closure. Make sure you are not cutting it too close to the sewing part so that it will not affect it. So this is the adjustable elastic band that I want to fix on the net so that it can be wear as glueless wig. With this type of elastic band, you can adjust it to your head side. Either your head is big or small, it's very easy to adjust. After I'm done fixing the elastic band, the next thing I did is by pouring the hot water on the wig. You can see that I have someone to help me hold it so that it will not, I don't know how to put it, so that it can be very straight. So that's the reason why I'm using this method. I have someone to hold this, then I started pouring the hot water on the wig so that it can be very straight and neat. After pouring hot water, you allow it to dry. And here is the final result. You can see how pretty it looks like. So we have reached the end of this tutorial. Please don't forget to like this video to help this channel out. Drop a comment if you have any questions, share with your friends, and turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever I drop another beautiful video. See you in my next video. Bye.